Let me go back to Nadiya. I think she is the most heroic symbol that Ukraine has produced in this very difficult time. She's a remarkable woman, and I am delighted that she is speaking out. I'm delighted that she's in Parliament. We want so much from that woman. She's just been through horrendous 2 years. She's seen her friends die, and suddenly we want her to be different. We want her to be a politician that we all want to hear. Well, that is asking much too much. We should give her time to recognize where she is now and what she wants to say and not abuse her for all sorts of reasons. I, for example, am very unhappy that there are some prominent people on the internet that are criticizing her constantly and calling her naive, calling her without experience. What good does that do for her or for what it is that we want to put forward? I think it would be very, very helpful if Nadiya had some very good advisors that would help her, mentor her in understanding what a complicated world she is now in. Not just the Ukraine's parliament, but relations with the West, relations with Russia, relations with NATO. She knows her trade, and she's very feisty. She's got character, and those are two very strong attributes to have. She now needs to be bolstered with the politics side and the policy side of it. And I don't think too many people are doing a very good job. So I don't fault her. I do not fault her. I fault the people that are demanding things from her for their own reasons, whether it's journalists or politicians or the diaspora. President Poroshenko did not make any changes to defense and security when he shifted government, a cabinet. It's interesting, because certainly there are very many complaints from people on the front about the betrayals and the Baltsevo and Ilyashevska, but too. She, as you well know, gave a wonderful example. She says there are generals in the Ukrainian army that have private helicopter rental services in Africa using military equipment issued by the government of Ukraine. In other words, not their own equipment, helicopters specifically, she mentioned, that should be used at the front. And they're servicing African business interests that are held by Ukrainian generals. That is horrible corruption. That is horrible corruption. And you know, she says the boys simply, and the girls, because now we learned that one of three on the front is a woman. That's remarkable. They simply are not equipped sufficiently. The incident I'm referring to is a kid comes to the front, says, you want ammunition? I need ammunition. Okay, put down X number of dollars. And we're talking hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And you'll get issued ammunition. And you want a gun? Okay, I'll give you a gun. You've got to put down the money. And when you come back, you have to return it to me. So there's a trade. It's either your blood or my protection. And my protection comes from the Ukrainian military hierarchy. Horrible corruption. And you know, one of the reasons that Ukraine has had and will continue to have difficulty in ascending NATO is corruption. And you know, when we asked Prime Minister Trudeau to establish a task force in NATO led by Canada, definitely corruption will be one of them. They have to deal with that.